Hi, friends. I want to talk about senses, right? So, on an embodiment journey, when you are trying to reconnect with yourself, you're not just trying to reconnect with your soul, your spirit, the past, the present. You're also reconnecting with your body. And the body is an incredible tool in bringing you back to your inner world, in putting you back in touch with parts and places and events and memories that maybe you have lost touch with, but the body hasn't. It still remembers, it still holds on to those memories. Now, there are two senses that we can practice that can really help us in sharpening that sense of self. And I think body awareness is a really critical awareness to have. It's a critical skill. As a yoga teacher and as a practitioner of yoga, it was very easy to learn through the process of yoga teacher training, how my body stood in time and space. What space was I occupying? How much of it was I occupying? And how am I moving through the space that I am in? I find that it's absolutely important to have this knowledge. For instance, I was in a grocery store the other day, and there was this lady in the aisle who had a pretty big cart. The aisle was kind of small, and she was taking something out of the fridge, and she was so lost in reading the labels of the products that she was looking to purchase that she was totally unaware that there were many people that were trying to cross, but because of the size of her cart and because of her being lost in her thoughts, she was completely lacking the awareness that she was blocking the aisle. Now, to me, I think body awareness is a very critical, it's very critical knowledge to have. It helps you navigate the world easily. And what we do with our bodies inevitably informs our minds. It affects our emotional world. Everything is connected. Everything is somehow looped into each other. So when we're attentive to our bodies, we are in turn attentive to so much of our life, so many aspects that we don't even know, that we cannot even imagine. But because it's all woven in the same fabric of you as a person, your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul, awareness of all these is so important so that you navigate the map of your life as effortlessly as possible. Right? So the two senses I want to talk about are proprioception and interoception. And practicing sharpening these senses really gives us a lot of information and a lot of tools on how to navigate our world. So let's talk about proprioception first. Proprioception is how you know where your body is. So even with your eyes closed, having a sense of where your arms are, where your legs are, where your hips are, being aware of your spine, being aware of how much space you are taking up. So let's do a little practice. If you close your eyes and you move your arms around. So as I move my arms around, I know that if I keep my eyes closed and extend my arms straight ahead, I'll hit the camera. So that's the awareness. Proprioception is knowing where your body is in time and space. If you extended your arms, how far out do they go? How much is your wingspan? Right? A lot of times, I remember when I was learning the Warrior 1, Warrior 2 poses, I was like, wow, I had no idea that I had to move my legs so far apart in Warrior 2. I didn't know my legs were that long, right? Like sometimes we don't even know how much space we're taking up until and unless we actually focus and we bring our attention to that space. And then there's interoception. Interoception is the awareness of your interior world, right? Of your heartbeat, of your pulse, of your breath, of the quality of your breath, such as when you're anxious and you're stressed, you have a sense that you're breathing shallow, right? When you're deeply relaxed, you're taking really deep and long inhales and slow, lazy exhales, right? It's your awareness when you're suddenly excited about something. You just feel these butterflies in your belly. Interoception is having that access, knowing what are the inner flutters that are going on within me when an emotional event happens or a joyous event or any kind of event happens. So let's enjoy a little practice of sharpening these two senses. Let's start with proprioception. I invite you to go ahead and close your eyes. Find yourself exactly where you are in time and space, and then just feel how your legs are in this moment. How are they placed? Where are your feet? Where do you sense your hips? And then oftentimes when I'm leading a class in Shavasana, I like to tell students to go ahead and outline the map of your body on the yoga mat. Kind of like, you see those homicide scenes where there is like an outline of a person on a sidewalk, right? So it's kind of like it's kind of like awakening that proprioception, awakening that sense of the outline of your body. How much space am I taking up? Where am I exactly? Where is the placement of my hips, my back, my shoulders, my legs? So just feel into the outline, just feel into the space, and maybe move your arms a little bit, right? Hopefully you don't knock anything over, but you're just like, can I just feel, okay, I have this much space in front of me, this much around me, this much behind me, just getting a sense of where I am in time and space. Now let's shift to interoception. Go ahead and close your eyes and sense the feelings in your body. Sense the feeling in your belly. Sense how deep and full this inhale is when you're taking it. Feel what the exhale is doing to your belly. And similarly, when you're in a stressful situation, activating interoception is becoming aware of how you're breathing, because that knowledge in that moment will guide you to breathe deeply, to bring the body into balance. Knowing these tips, having been on the embodiment journey with me now for 7 days, you know that awareness of body will help you bring your body into balance when it's knocked off of balance, right? So when you have that interoception, and you can feel that something is just rattling me from within, I feel like I'm shuttling inside my mind. Come back to your body, come back to the sensation, feel what you're feeling. First acknowledge, accept, this news has made my heart beat faster, okay? Once you tune in and you're aware, you start to ground through your feet. Activating proprioception, feel into your feet, root down into the earth. The earth is still there. We often say when a disturbing event happens, it feels like someone pulled the rug from under my feet. Okay, the rug may be gone. You may have lost balance, but sink in a little deeper. Let your feet connect to the earth. Let your feet connect to the force of gravity that still hasn't ditched any one of us, right? It's still here. Even if you feel rattled, you feel shaken, gravity is still there. And that's a force you can sink into, you can connect to, and you can draw energy from. We are energetic beings. We are constantly in communication with our environment. When we learn these practices, when we embark on the yogic journey, when we embark on discovering ourselves, we understand that all of universe, the entire universe is here to support you, to help you, to heal you, to uplift you, to help you thrive. It's usually us who are the obstacles. We're the ones who are standing in the way, unable to receive, blocking off all this good prana, all this good energy, all this good juju that's always present for us. Instead, what do? We focus on the negative stuff. It's human nature. You're not wrong for doing it. I'm not wrong for doing it, but we can improve. We can certainly make this a better journey for ourselves by activating our sense of empowerment, knowing that we have these tools, these tips that we can access that can change and that can heal and they can help us live our life in a way that makes us feel like we're thriving. So when you're aware that your heart is fluttering, your breath is shallow, the pulse is racing, breathe. 3 deep inhales. 3 long, lazy exhales. Relaxing the shoulders, maybe a little stretch, maybe a little movement. Trusting life, trusting the process, and trusting that you've come this far in your journey. You can only go further. This won't break you. Some things, sometimes challenges are hard, but we can do this. Okay. So thank you for tuning in. I hope you found this useful. If there are any thoughts or any questions or anything you'd like me to explore further, leave me a comment below. Thanks so much.